Anime villains aren't all evil for the same reason. Some want power, some want justice, some just want to watch the world burn. Once you understand villain archetypes, you'll instantly recognize why certain antagonists feel terrifying, tragic, or unforgettable. Let's break down the major anime villain types, fast and simple. The pure evil villain. Evil because they choose to be. This villain has no tragic excuse, no misunderstanding, no redemption arc. They enjoy suffering, chaos, or domination simply because they can. Characters like Frieza, Dio Brando, or Mojito fall into this category. They don't justify themselves morally, they justify themselves with power. Pure evil villains work because they remove empathy from the equation. You don't debate them, you survive them. They exist to push the hero to their absolute limit. The tragic villain. Evil created by pain. These villains weren't born monsters, they were shaped into one. Loss, betrayal, war, or injustice twist their ideals until their methods become unforgivable. Examples include Obito Uchiha, Pain, or Griffith. What makes them powerful isn't their strength, it's relatability. Viewers constantly ask, if I lived their life, would I be different? Tragic villains hurt because part of them still feels human. The ideological villain believes they are right. This villain doesn't see themselves as evil, they see themselves as necessary. They want to fix the world through control, sacrifice, or extreme logic. Characters like Light Yagami, Lelouch at times, or Makishima fit here. The danger isn't their power, it's their logic, because sometimes they make sense. These villains turn debates into battles and morality into warfare. The power-obsessed villain, strength above all else. This villain lives for growth, domination, and evolution. They don't care about good or evil, they care about who's strongest. Examples include Cell, Hisoka, or Kaido. They push heroes forward by force. If you're weak, you're irrelevant. If you're strong, you're interesting. These villains exist to test limits and break them. The manipulator. Never the strongest, always the smartest. Manipulators don't fight first, they plan. They control events from the shadows, using people as chess pieces. Villains like Aizen, Johann Liebert, or Makima thrive on anticipation and fear. You don't defeat them physically, you outthink them if you can. Their real weapon isn't power, it's inevitability. The monster villain, more force of nature than person. These villains represent destruction itself. They don't negotiate, they don't reason, they erase. Examples include Majin Buu, Godzilla-type beings, or certain apocalyptic entities. Monster villains raise the stakes instantly. If they're not stopped, everything ends. They exist to remind the audience. Some threats can't be redeemed, only stopped. The broken hero villain, a protagonist who fell. This is the most dangerous villain type because they understand the hero perfectly. They share the same ideals, just twisted. Characters like Eren Yeager, Sasuke, or Akira Fudo, Devilman, belong here. They force the question, are you still a hero or just the winner? Broken heroes blur the line between antagonist and protagonist entirely. The corrupted villain. This type starts as a good person. They may be a hero, friend, mentor, protector. Then slowly, bit by bit, they change. Power, grief, envy, or despair twist them until the person they used to be is gone. This type is powerful because the audience watches the fall happen in slow motion. You keep hoping they'll stop. They don't. The saddest part? They often believe they're still doing the right thing. The puppet villain. This villain looks like the big bad, until we learn they were never in control. They are brainwashed, possessed, manipulated, used as a vessel following orders blindly. The reveal flips the story. The villain is also a victim. The real mastermind was hiding behind them the entire time. This type works because it changes your emotions instantly. Hatred becomes sympathy. The story widens. The stakes rise. You realize the true enemy hasn't even appeared yet. The comedy villain. They technically oppose the hero, but they exist mostly for chaos, jokes, failure cycles. They are dramatic, loud, harmless, or unlucky. They announce every attack, get launched into the sky, swear revenge every episode, never actually win. They keep the tone light even in darker worlds. Why they matter. They give you room to breathe. After intense arcs, and tragic backstories, sometimes you just need a villain who is bad at their job. Final breakdown. So here's the simple core. Pure evil, destroys without remorse. Tragic, shaped by pain. Ideological, believes they're right. Power obsessed, worships strength. Manipulator, controls from shadows. Monster, exists to end everything. Broken hero, reflection of the protagonist's corrupted villain. Falls from grace, puppet villain. Controlled from the shadows. Different villains, different motives, same result. They make the story unforgettable. Because the truth is simple, a hero is only as good as the villain they face. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which villain type is your favorite?